Hey Ryan, I am Jonathan Jackson. You and I talked earlier today. So I've got this poem here, one of four that I've written over the course of the past month. And I really feel as if God's doing something special in my life. He's got words that I'm meant to put down and put on a piece of paper, and they're meant to be shared. So I'm putting this video on YouTube because that's the easiest platform to share information. And on my page, you'll see that I actually did poetry 10 years ago, and I got the chance to speak in front of a multitude of people, but it wasn't like this. This is something different, and I don't know how to describe it. So yeah, this is Affected. I've been affected, clearly injected with something splendid, and now I feel infected by something clearly not synthetic. Otherwise, the fact is, my body would reject it. It's got to be real, raw, God. Otherwise, no one would respect it. Now I've transcended expectations, been given foresight, so much so that I intercepted the unexpected. I've outgrown the greats and moved from the field to the sideline like Byron Leftwich. Made the right choices, now I'm stuck with what's left, which is the voice of God. I don't know what caused him to redirect his attention, but it's clear that I'm the effect in human form. No social norms, just present, loving the downtrodden and wretched. Fake believers telling me who's worthy, but I'm certain that they're all on the edges of cliffs built from deception. There's no sudden drop to death, bliss, nor anguish because of a Holy Spirit who catches the grown-ups who got sent to detention. I know that they could all be accepted to heaven because it's not based on luck like 777s. The just have to navigate this hectic 3-lane third dimension pathway towards ascension. They mustn't measure treasures or pleasures based on the ever-changing weather like in Texas. That's a storm that only Noah projected. Rosy skies precede hurricanes, but before tornadoes, there is only tension and then destruction and wreckage. That's what cause and effect is. Events that could be tracked on a news feed like ats and mentions. So pay attention. Cover your eye and lose your mind. See no evil and now you're blind. Hear these rhymes, they're not mine. I speak these lines with God as my guide. I'm in effect without a clause. I'm a rebel who follows laws, a burning bush in a dark room pruned by God. Don't stress the odds, don't count the loss. Don't trip, don't fall, Jesus paid, sins washed. No barriers, no walls, I am found, pride lost. No drip, no sauce, no spill, no cost. Be still, be paused, be hush. That's God. Taking pawns to prophets, making mosaics of the broken pieces found in me, moving mountains with seeds. And when we asked why he chose to make a trip to the fallen beast, he said the effect is devotion, but the cause is your belief. God doesn't write Bible verses. He writes epics. Your life is a masterpiece. Joshua was your Iliad and Joseph your Odyssey. All you got to do is surrender and say, Master, please, then step out to raging waters, onto foaming seas. Show family and friends and phonies how to handle responsibilities to make calamity cease. Then seize your day, his way. Learn to teach like the Prince of Peace. Just a piece of that power could make the prominent small as peas when they stand upon the pinnacle, the peak of his majesty. And so will I. So will I. So will I 1,000,000,000 times, 1,000,000 lines times 1,000 rhymes, all dedicated to the divine. I've seen your grace on 100 lives, 12 disciples and a son most high. He is my cause. The effect is to be alive. And if you need a life, then take mine. If you need a life, then take mine. If you need a life, then take mine. That is the effect. The cause is sanctified.